from a 2-day visit, official visit to El Salvador. El Salvador was one of the most dangerous countries in the world up until very recently. It was a place that one of the leading murder capitals of the world. It was a place where everybody lived in terror of MS-13 and the other street gangs. Everybody was paying extortion money to these gangs, where these gangs were not just killing people, they were dismembering bodies, where people were illegally leaving the country in droves. I met someone who talked to me about how they had to leave El Salvador because they wouldn't pay the extortion money, so they killed one of their sons and they left before they killed the other son. It was a place that was in a lot of trouble. They elect a new president, Nayib Bukele, and he takes office and he gets the legislative branch to give him special powers for a special period, for a limited time, and he uses it to go out and round up all the gang members and put 30 or 40,000 of them in jail. And guess what? All of a sudden, the crime rate has plummeted. All of a sudden, the murder rate has plummeted. All of a sudden, for the first time in decades, people can go out at night. All of a sudden, for the first time in decades, people don't have to pay extortion money to a gang anymore. So how has the Biden administration reacted to this? By bad-mouthing the guy, by sanctioning people in the government, by going after them because they're being too tough and too harsh and so forth. And on top of everything else, this is a guy who's tried to be friendly and an ally to the United States. And we have a problem in our foreign policy. We treat our enemies better than we treat our friends. So we have an administration that bends over backwards to try to accommodate Maduro, an administration that's afraid to do anything tough on Ortega in Nicaragua, on the regime in Cuba. But on the other hand, decides I'm going to crack down on El Salvador and sanction them and badmouth them and try to make them a global pariah. I'm going to crack down